Old Time Gray here. Made me a very simple dimple die out of a gate hinge, 2 washers, and a little bit of welding. It's capable of dimpling up to, well, I've proven it up to 18 gauge. I'm sure it would do more. Steel. And it can dimple up to 3.5 inches from the edge of a piece of sheet. I'll show you how I made it. Here's the only parts required. This is a 1-inch washer. Looks like it's about 1/4 inch thick. This is a 7/16 washer, I think. And it looks like it's about, let's say, 1/8 thick. This will determine the maximum depth of a dimple you can make. So in this case, it's going to be about 1/8. Okay, the second thing is the difference in the OD of the little washer and the ID of the big washer divided in half determines how thick a sheet metal you can use. In this case, it's about 1/16 of an inch, so that's 16 gauge, give or take. So this should be able to punch or push an 1/8 inch deep dimple in the 16 gauge material or thinner, because the difference there is where the metal has to flow into. And obviously if it's line on line, metal can't flow anywhere, it's not going to work. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to knock some of the plating off of these parts so I can weld them. In the fundamentals of washers are stamped or sheared, however you want to look at it. And as a result, they've got a sharp edge and a round edge. For this purpose, you want the round edge towards the sheet metal, towards the finished work. So that's going to face up on our die. Same with the little washer. You want the round edge facing up towards the sheet metal. So like that on our die. Okay, now to locate these. So the max distance we can place the dimple is determined by the hinge pin and the center, or I should say the point of tangency of the inner diameter of the big washer. So in our case, that's going to be, we'll make it 3 inches. So the center of the dimple maximum is 3.5 inches or less. So max 3.5, anything less than that, you'll be able to put a dimple. Okay, before I tack them in place, now that they're located with the rounded sides up, this piece of sheet metal will simulate, what we're doing. So if I lay my sheet metal on here to get it dimpled, I don't want any welding above this surface. So I can weld here, I can weld here, and I can weld on the back. On the little washer, I also don't want any weld proud of the washer surface. So I can only weld inside this little washer. So I'll tack them on. Before we go any further, this is just a hardware store flap hinge, gate hinge. You can see how sloppy it is. So in order to keep good orientation between the big die and the little die, I'm going to tighten this hinge pin up a little bit. To do that, I'm going to use the big Wilton here. And you can see how the sheet metal is wrapped around the hinge pin. Well, that's also true on the center of the barrel, right there. So I'm just going to give those a little squeeze. Much better. Okay, now that the hinge is tight, I need to make sure I have an alignment tool. And for that I'm going to use a 5/16 bolt. It just happens to fit almost exactly in the screw holes. So that'll keep everything aligned. Okay, to align the larger half of the die, I'm going to take 2 scraps of the sheet metal that I want to dimple with this thing. In this case it's 2 pieces of 16 gauge, just scraps. And I'm just going to lay them on top of the hinge flap. And then I'm going to take the larger washer / die, rounded corners down, which will be towards the workpiece, and then just eyeball that to center it over the small washer. And then I'm simply gonna, and I clamped it down with a very skinny spring clamp so it doesn't interfere with the hinge motion. And then I'm going to just simply close the flap, drop in my alignment tool. To make sure she doesn't do any dancing around, I'm going to reconfirm my centering. Put the alignment bolt back in, and then put in a spring clamp over the whole thing to make sure she doesn't move while I'm tacking it. So there it is. So now to test it, make sure everything's in the right place, I'm just going to take this piece of very, very thin aluminum and I'll just lay it over the lower or the smaller die, close it, and then just going to take a C-clamp and give it a little crimp and see if everything stayed aligned. Shouldn't take much force, just to make a small impression. Viola, as my electronics professor used to say. Obviously it wrinkled because there's nowhere for this metal to flow on this little piece. It won't do that on larger pieces of sheet metal. I'm going to finish weld all of this and we'll try it for real. There's the finish weld on the big washer, and there's the finish weld ground post grinding on the little washer. Taking a little time with a file to dress up the edge of the little washer. You saw me doing it with the grinder. You want that edge, whatever that edge looks like, that's what your dimple is going to look like. So I'm just going to take a little time and just put a nice bevel on it. You can shape it any way you want. You could make it two-step. You could make it, oblong, whatever you wanted to do. You could square the sides of it. The sky's the limit. All right, here it goes. This is a piece of 18 gauge scrap. I tried a piece of 16 and I ain't tough enough. If I had a hydraulic press, it would do it, but I don't got enough. Ain't got enough strength. So I'm just simply, let's just say I want a dimple there. I just put it in. I can mark centers, locate where I want the dimple, close the dimple die, put it in the vise, make sure that the little washer is centered in the vice jaw or close to the center in the vice jaw, and crank her down. And there you go, pretty as you please. Now I'll show you what I am tough enough for, 16 gauge aluminum. So this is just a piece of scrap that I've been practicing my aluminum welding on. Blew a hole in it this morning. Okay, same deal, just put it where you want it. Center it in the jaws. And crank her down. And there you go. Pretty as you please. Now, if you had a hydraulic press, or have a hydraulic press, or a big arbor press, you could just sit this down under the ram, and I'm sure it would push 16 gauge. Or you're just tougher than me, or you got a longer cheater bar on your vise. It would do it, no problem. But hey, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to call this one good. This baby's going into service. I got a couple projects where I need to put some dimple feet in a couple of sheet metal boxes, and this thing's going to come in right handy. So with that, I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to call it good, and it's on to the next project. I'll see you there and then.